Today's video is going to dive deep into Abstract Chain, probably the best opportunity for one, the future airdrop, but two, the best meme coins in crypto right now because Solana is really struggling. People are over the trenches over there. Base isn't really seeing much volume. So the upside potential here over on Abstract with only less than $10 million of volume per day is significant with their upcoming TGE in Q4 this year. So this video, we're going to dive in heavily to understanding the best setups on Abstract and some of those charts and those meme coins that I think have the best opportunities moving forward into the coming months. So if you enjoyed this, smash a like, smash a sub, and let's dive straight in. Yes, that's right. You're still so early to Abstract Chain. There's only $9.7 million of volume in the last 24 hours on this chain. And once TGE, the airdrop, gets announced with a specific date, I bet there will be tens of millions of dollars flowing onto this chain across games, across new dApps, and into the meme coins because airdrops mean everything. And it really puts, alpha and news in the front of so many people, and thus the eyes will be on Abstract before we probably know it. So you still have a couple of months. It's rumored to be in around Q4 this year. December is some conversation, but again, we never know. It could be as early as September. So you want to best position yourself right now in the upcoming options. So we're going to look at some of the best meme coins, or in my opinion, the best meme coins. So as always, not financial advice, but these are some of the best charts that I'm looking at right now. For one, XP, which is your point system, which will go towards your airdrop, but also the opportunity to make far more money before the airdrop later this year. Now, Abstract, obviously, this is what it looks like when you dive onto the chain. Now, you can trade on the actual portal platform. I prefer to trade using Ludabot. So if you're keen to sign up, down below, it's just a standard Telegram bot, which allows you to paste contract addresses in there and use it like any other trading bot on any other chain. The beautiful part about this is that you can trade on your desktop and you can trade on your phone, at the same time, making it super easy. Now, if you want to copy the contract address, that's how you do it. Paste it into Ludabot. It'll allow you to, obviously, once you bridge some Ethereum over there, watch my other videos on that. Once you bridge it over there, as you can see, you could buy a certain amount or sell a certain amount of a token that you hold in Ludabot. Highly recommend signing up for that one down below. Now, why Abstract? Because you're still so early. If we compare it to Base, which has $1.9 billion, if we compare it to Ethereum, which has $4.4 billion, if we compare it to Solana with $8.9 billion of volume, even if we get 0.001% of volume from other chains ahead of TGE airdrop later this year, it will see a dramatic increase in volume on Abstract meme coins. Thus, people starting to buy them and obviously hoping that our bags do go high. Now, the one thing before we dive into specific charts is that you need to understand the strength of Ethereum. Understand that Abstract is a layer 2 on Ethereum. So you obviously want Ethereum to be doing well and you want Ethereum to be going up. And that's what we've seen over the past couple of months since around April this year. We've seen Ethereum go on a crazy run over 2x from those lows. So naturally, you want to make sure that Ethereum is maintaining strength because otherwise it's probably not as worthwhile if you're trading on a chain where the fundamental token, which you trade back into, where you swap Ethereum into these tokens, you want to see it going up too because then you're adding more wealth before you even know it when you transfer it back to USD or, in my case, Australian dollars. But let's dive in before we dive any deeper into specific tokens. As always, not financial advice, as I said before, guys. We're looking at charts today, taking an objective opinion on the strength of these memes and where we could potentially look for some good entries and obviously some good exits in the future. So the first one is obviously Abster. It's the most prominent one on the chain, guys. It's been around the longest, and it is obviously the mascot of Abstract. So if we just zoom out, there we go. Now, as you can see here, we've had a few sell-offs because unfortunately we've had some pump and dump groups. Now, and that's the thing with Abstract as well. There's unfortunately some bad actors out there, some grifters, some people that'll tell you they're the goat of traders. When in realistic price action, these guys are just pumping and dumping their bags and trying to use you as exit liquidity. So really understanding simple TA strategies is how I've made a lot of money on Abstract and how I'll continue to do that because often it allows you to front run a lot of these people who are actually manipulating the charts and those sorts of things. But ignoring that, guys, I still think there's tremendous upside on majority of these tokens. But as always, meme coins are super risky, so do your own research. Abster is coming into a support level, which I am watching once again. We obviously bounced here once a big whale group did take profits more recently. Same again, it's coming to the 382. And where I become interested on a lot of these charts where we'll have pretty similar potential buying interest opportunities for me is around this sort of level, We want to see pullbacks towards the golden pocket, which is our 0.5 and our 0.618. Traditionally, that allows you to get at least a 40 to 50%, if not longer, 60% pullback. And that often gives you a really good R&R, risk to reward, for a good entry where you can swing trade it to potentially the high highs here, or obviously to new all-time highs later this year. Now, do I think Abster reaches 100 million? Yeah, I do. If Abstract really does grab global attention, Luca, within my opinion, can achieve that. I really do think that something like Abster is definitely a $50 million token, if not a $100 million token moving forward. Am I currently exposed to this? No. Why? I think there's better opportunities and lower caps to make more money quickly. And then you could potentially consider maybe getting into something like Abster when you start to see centralized exchanges list these sort of tokens. But for now, it's really noodling here in no real buying pressure around land for me. It's kind of in the mid-range here. I want to see it come back down a little bit lower. That's where I become very interested. I'm a patient trader. I'm a greedy trader in terms of I will wait for an opportunity to come for me before I start to buy something like this. So keeping an eye on this one, but anything below sort of 20 million, I'll become very interested. Now, God is my most largest bag, so my biggest bag on Abstract, guys. So I will disclose that. But the reason for it, okay, these guys, they're 2 Australians plus a team who've been working in crypto for a while. These guys, it's a dyslexic dog. They actually help people in real life with dyslexia, which is fantastic. And the meme itself is really cool. It's a God meme. If you do come to Twitter and have a look here, okay, what you'll see is a huge following, really good engagement across all their socials, very strong meme, and a lot of support for this team, a lot of support for this community, and just in general, a lot of just love for this token. So the fact that we've seen a massive sell-off across the whole board, like even across majors, I mean, like look at Ethereum, it's down 2%, Solana's down 2%, BTC's down like $6,000 in the past 2 days. Like the fact that we've seen a huge sell-off across even altcoins and memecoins as well, guys. The fact that God is still actually breaking high here just shows you how much strength this particular token has. So for me, this is my biggest exposure. I probably won't buy more here because I have a large bag. But if we did see a bit of a pullback towards these golden pocket fibs, maybe the 382, I would take a nibble at this as well. But same again, we want to see a breakout here. We want to see volume come in and take this towards 10 million where I think it deserves. Now, naturally, where do I think this potentially goes in time? I think this is probably easily a $25 million token. When you consider just other rubbish meme coins out there that go way higher on other chains, something like this where it actually has a genuine team, genuine people working behind it, and a strong meme on this chain, I think this could definitely go way higher. Now, obviously, Redspa is the backwards spelling of Abster, so it's the villain, if we want to call it that. If you go look at their Twitter, they are super viral around sort of the whole Pengu meme, the red meme. Okay, you would have seen this, I'm sure, on your timeline, but very good memes, very good team. The team is working overboard. They have literally got memes everywhere. They're collabing with God, which is another reason I really like these two in tandem. And I do think that, again, once again, like I am exposed to Redspa, and I think that those have a larger upside in terms of, say, a 3 to 5x compared to something like Abster. And that's where I'm just putting where my money. But at the end of the day, as I said before, do your own research. But as you can see, they have been crushing this content, and it's been out for a very long time. It's been out since the start of this year. So it's an OG, and I think this one definitely continues to 10 to 20 million in the coming weeks, if not the coming months. Same again, it looks like we're having a bit of a pullback, as most things are in the current opportunity. And honestly, you want to be looking to buy red, not buy green. Okay, that is the secret to long-lasting wealth in crypto. All right, let's move on. Gona, a very strong meme across Instagram, across other socials like TikTok. But essentially, it's a play on like a penguin, right? It's the penguin IP. And what I really like about this is that it has social presence, not only on Twitter, but across other sort of, I mean, if we have a look here and we click on the website, guys, this will show you. But if you come and have a look here, okay, it has social presence, okay? Essentially, as you can see here, Gona, it's a very strong meme in the younger generations as well. But as you can see here, they have a really clean website that shows you exactly how to buy it and all those sorts of things. So I really like this meme. And I do think that this one can continue for a lot longer. If you look genuinely on the timeline, it's probably the most prominent meme in terms of people using the derivative of the meme as PFPs, as memes on crypto, Twitter, and all those sorts of things. So for me, Gona, if we look at price action, is correcting a little bit here. Again, same interest again. I like looking for red. Red is opportunity for me. If we can see it come back down towards this 4.2 to 5.6 million, I become very interested in adding a larger bag here. Again, I've talked about this one way back at 200K. GTG members have locked in a 40x already on this trade. Again, we took this breakout trade here. Okay, I'm more aggressive. I took some profits up here. Then I started reaccumulating here. So for me, the next leg is loading, and it could take time here. It could take us till, I don't know, mid-September before we could break out here. But for me, buying red is a far better tool than looking to buy big breakouts or ape into big green candles, because at the end of the day, you have no invalidation, and it makes it hard for you to make consistent money that way. So for me, keeping an eye on Guna, but a very strong meme on the timeline. Now we go to Cyclops, which is prominently probably one of the stronger, more IP plays outside of Pengu or Penguins. Okay, Cyclops is obviously Dith, who is the founder of Gigaverse, probably the largest consistent game on Abstract. It's his Cyclops is his cat, so it's one-eye cat who he rescued, which is fantastic. As you can see, we're seeing a bit of a pullback now over the past 24 hours, but it is coming up and reaching new all-time highs literally in the past couple of days. Volume start off, we would expect at least one sort of a move out of this, whether this move is a pullback a bit deeper or whether we hold this dip here as we kind of been holding for a while now and we pump from here. Volume is cooling off, which means we should expect an expansive volume move some point soon. Again, I'm already exposed to this, guys. I will disclose that. And where do I become interested in this? Again, use your Fibonacci tool from the lows to the highs and start looking at potential levels back here towards the golden pocket region if we do see it. I do think a lot of these tokens like Cyclops, like Redspa and stuff can trend over 10 million in time. You just need to stay patient, particularly with TG not too far around the corner. Alpha is another one that Luca bought more recently. It is a, what do you call this? A unicorn. If you come have a look at their socials, they've been quite prominent for a very long time. This team is building, okay, it's a unique IP, which kind of separates it a bit from the Pengus or the Penguin derivatives that we've just discussed. But as you can see, very prominent team. Again, really good engagement on their tweets, which is what you want to see. A team that's been consistently building, showing new memes in terms of this is another collab that they have. Okay, all these sorts of things. You love seeing this. It's good engagement. And I still think a team that's working hard now with $1 million token can definitely sort of see this probably go higher in the coming weeks, if not the coming months. So same again, volume's dying off. Okay, we're seeing a bit of corrective wave. We did see it pump out. It's come back down. So obviously we want to consolidate here a little bit longer. Again, I'm in from about 600K on this bad boy. And again, I've become more interested if we do see a bit more of a pullback where I like to buy the red and then sell into the next pump moving up. Okay, there's a few more speculative ones that I want to talk about. Bitcoin, probably the most controversial, but also probably the most viral aspect of Abstract over the past couple of months. It is essentially a Ponzi, okay? So you could have mined, well, you can mine Bitcoin right now. And again, this is what it looks like. You can buy a miner. Okay, you need to obviously have big to buy a miner. Connect your wallet via your AGW, and you can start to buy miners and you mine big. And as you can see, you can mine Bitcoin per day. Now, what that does is obviously put sell pressure on, but what we've seen more recently is that people are selling their miners on secondary, which is a huge thing, okay? And people are starting to buy more big because they want to plow this into a particular really nice chart, which bottomed over the past couple of months and is starting to show a lot more strength. Again, am I in this? I'm not, okay? So this is one I'm not in, but shout out to Eli who streams with us every Wednesday, and he is certainly in this one, and I do like this particular play. But again, can I find an entry in this? It looks like it's probably running quite hard right now. So for me, I want to see it either do two things. I want to see it either pull back, and that's where I become interested, or I want to see it range like this, okay? If it ranges like this for a bit, that's where I become more interested because it allows you to understand that charts obviously do two things. They either trend, okay, trend to the downside or trend to the upside, and majority of the time they go sideways like this in a range. So if I can get a range, then I become interested in Bitcoin and the Ponzi that allows you to mint some Bitcoin. Now, obviously, the last one that I really want to talk about, because I'm not going to talk about too many low cap tokens on today's show, maybe two more I'll talk about, but Newt really suffered, okay? What we've seen here is a huge sell-off after months and months of consolidation. This really, unfortunately, didn't go anywhere. It really established that Abster was number one because it did go towards 45 million, and Newt really dived off. Unfortunately, again, that same pump and dump group that I spoke about with Abster, pump and dump this token, and sure enough, it sold off back towards the $4 to $5 million range. I don't mind this from a risk to reward perspective. I just think something like Redspa, something like God, something like Guna, something like even like Alpha and Abster are just still better plays. They have the narrative, they have the IP, they have the consistent sort of approach to community and to vibes on the Twitter timeline and within obviously a bunch of different groups. So for me, it makes it really hard to buy something like Newt when you've got all these competitors that are working a lot harder in my opinion. So again, I want to see Newt do well. From a risk to reward trading perspective, this is probably the better chart, but I just worry, does this actually bleed towards zero or can it actually run it back? The team has to work hard. The team has to work hard. All right, last couple of honorable mentions. S&P, really strong meme, but same again, starting to correct now below the 382 fib. We've held up here for a while. Really nice run. Again, I do own a small amount of this token. I traded it from about 600K back here, and and I've taken quite a considerable amount of profits already. So do I become interested in buying again? Yeah, if we come back down towards the 618. If we can't hold the 618, I become very interested down in the golden level where I've literally dominated meme coin trading all cycle across Base, Solana, all these different chains, AVAX, etc., by buying between this red zone down the bottom and swing trading it up. So if it does get down there, I know a lot of people might watch this and be, oh, Greeny, doom and gloom, you're creating FUD. No, not really, guys. Price action here is already showing us that we're breaking below this key support level, which we've held literally for the past 2 weeks. But if we do go a little bit lower, that's where I become interested in buying a little bit more. So S&P I do hold. Berry's another one with an active team that has been working very hard. And same again, okay, has experienced a bit of a pump. Okay, it's pulling back, but this one I am sidelined on. Where do I become interested? Same again, guys. Using my fib, I just want to stay patient. Give me a really good entry where it allows me to allocate my risk in a smart way. I don't want to be buying into things up here, okay? I want to be buying into consolidation periods or before we get that next breakout, okay, like this, okay? So that's what I want to be looking at, something like Berry as well. Obviously, I use Dex Screener to track a lot of these tokens, guys. If you see, excuse me, if you see particular meme coin people or just be careful is what I'm trying to say, okay? A lot of people are starting to manipulate some of these low caps over on Abstract Chain. Unfortunately, there's no real bot that you can use to track these and check these before you buy into them. But you can use the chain like I've showed you in other videos where you paste a contract in there and check the hold account. And then you can use those wallets, track it on the portal and see who's actually holding these meme coins. And that's a really good way to do it. But unfortunately, people do create anonymous wallets and you can't track it all. So just be safe out there, guys. And usually it matters that you go to the platform and actually look at the verification badges. Okay, the ones that have verified, okay, these blue little ticks are the ones that are supported by the portal, supported by the team, which means they are genuinely backed by teams that are building on Abstract. Okay, they're not pump and dump tokens, which you can potentially get rugged on. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As a reminder, don't forget you can use the Ludabot down below to trade this on your phone or on your desktop at any time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this sort of video, comment down below. What's your favorite meme coin on Abstract? Do you think I'm fading Abstract too much or talking about it too much? Let me know in the comments down below. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.